The 2023 season for the Pittsburgh Steelers is right around the corner, and today I am breaking down and reacting to Pro Football Focus's 2023 season preview for your Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm going to tell you where I disagree on some of the different areas that they point out. But before I get into that, make sure you click that subscribe button because we give you guys the same premium content that Pro Football Focus makes you pay for free here on YouTube. So if you want premium Steelers content every single day, not to mention weekly live shows, weekly watch parties for all 17 games of the 2023 schedule for your Pittsburgh Steelers, do me a favor, click that subscribe button right now. So we'll kick things off here with the start here where Pro Football Focus actually gives the Steelers a pretty decent ranking here on their power rankings, giving them 10th overall in their list right now of NFL teams. When it comes to the rosters, they like what the Steelers have, which is definitely something that a lot of people in sports media don't agree with right now. A lot of people are projecting the Pittsburgh Steelers to be last place in the AFC North heading into the 2023 season, and I couldn't disagree with those opinions anymore. So it's nice to see Pro Football Focus giving the Steelers roster its due here. And now let's go over the different categories that they have in their article previewing the 2023 season, starting with the Steelers' biggest strength, which they have as the pass rush. Now, this is definitely a strength for the Pittsburgh Steelers, no doubt about it. You just take a look at what the Steelers have. They have one of the best, if not the best, pass rushing duo on the outside there with T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith. And then you also have the rookie Nick Herbig, who's going to be primed to have a really big rookie season as a rotational pass rusher there on obvious passing situations. And you also have Marcus Golden, a nice veteran piece there in case T.J. Watt or Alex Highsmith ends up getting hurt. And that's not it. You got some good guys along the interior as well. Cam Hayward is a perennial all-pro caliber talent on the interior. Larry Ogunjobi, when he's healthy, he's really productive as well. And the Steelers also really like Montravius Adams, and Keanu Benton is right behind Montravius right now, somebody that's a second-round pick, and I'm a big believer in heading into this year. So you take a look at that in the totality here. I absolutely agree here with Pro Football Focus that this is the biggest strength for the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into the 2023 season, okay? Like, it's just plain and simple. This is absolutely ravenous what they're going to be doing to opposing quarterbacks this year. It's like Alex Highsmith, T.J. Watt might get over 15 sacks apiece this year, and that's not even counting Cam Hayward, who could approach 10 or even more here this season as well. And again, you still got Nick Herbig waiting in the bullpen there for those obvious passing situations. There's going to be a ton of pressure and sacks generated this year, and whenever you're putting pressure on the quarterback, that also helps out your secondary and gives them opportunities to get interceptions. Now, if you ask me, I think that they have arguably the best pass rush in the National Football League right now. There's some really good pass rushes in this league. Philly's got a really good one. The Washington Commanders have a really good one as well. Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys have a really good one. But, I look at the Steelers and I look at the sheer star power that they have at all levels of their defensive line right now. I would give them the cake. I would say they have the best pass rush in the NFL heading into the 2023 season. But let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Do the Steelers have the best pass rush in the National Football League right now? Type B if you think it's the best, or if you don't think it's the best, type N down there in the comments section. And this is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever YouTube throws you an ad break here, it'll be in just a couple of seconds. Take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question. All right, so the next category that Pro Football Focus breaks down here is the biggest weakness, which they think is the cornerback position. Now, you take a look at the depth chart right now. The Steelers just added Desmond King to be their new slot corner. You got Shannon Sullivan and Elijah Riley right behind him. Patrick Peterson is 33 years old, and they do mention that in this article as one of the main reasons why this is the biggest weakness. But listen, man, Patrick Peterson, he can still play. Last year, he had 5 interceptions with the Minnesota Vikings. I think he's going to have even more opportunities to pick the ball off here in Pittsburgh, given that pass rush that we discussed earlier. He plays with great instincts. He's going to be moving around this defense, which I'm super excited for. And then Levi Wallace is a very, very solid starting number 2 corner here. And you still got Joey Porter Jr. waiting in the wings as a rookie that's going to be looking to get more and more playing time as the season goes on. And I think cornerback is solid right now overall. I don't think it's necessarily the biggest strength or anything like that. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Patrick Peterson adjusts to this new role in Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin's defense this season. And, of course, Levi Wallace, he's going to have to play well. Joey Porter Jr. is going to have to impress. Desmond King is going to have to prove that the Houston Texans made a mistake by cutting him. But overall, I think it's pretty darn solid. And this is where one of the areas I disagree with Pro Football Focus. I think the biggest weakness, at least heading into the season, is going to be Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator. Matt Canada has a ton to prove heading into this year after 2 seasons where the Steelers offense has struggled pretty mightily. You take a look at the numbers from last season: 26th overall in points, 27th overall in yards per play. That's a big Vegas stat, by the way. 19th in drive success rate, which is a Sabre metric that shows the success of an offense. Below average. You can't have that. Number 7 in third down, which is decent. They're number 1 in third down offense for the second half of the 2023 season. So that's good on Kenny Pickett. That's good on Deontay Johnson. All these different things. And then red zone, 23rd, not so great either. It did get better as the season went on, but these numbers need to improve. And now that Matt Canada has all of these weapons at his disposal. You got a quarterback in his second year in Kenny Pickett who's looking damn good. You got George Pickens, who looks like a superstar level talent on the outside. You still got Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, and an improved offensive line. There's no more excuses for Matt Canada. There's nowhere to hide now. He needs to perform this year. He needs to get this team into the playoffs, or it's going to be bye-bye Matt Canada here going into the 2024 offseason. Now, coming up here, I'm going to be revealing Pro Football Focus's X Factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers season here in 2023. But before I get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor at BetUS. And they're offering you guys a fantastic deal just in time for the 2023 NFL season. 125% deposit bonus when you go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code Steelers125. Now, what does that mean? A deposit bonus. That means if you put in a deposit on BetUS right here for $100 to $600, they're going to give you 125% of that money back to you to use on your bet. So if you put in $100, for example, they're going to give you $125 additional dollars to use on your bets, and you could use that on the Week 1 matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the San Francisco 49ers. It's definitely a fun way to engage with these football games this season. I love sports betting. It makes it really, really interesting and juicy and spicy. It just gives those games a little bit extra level of importance in your book. So go ahead, go to chatsports.com/bet right now. Use promo code Steelers125 to get that 125% deposit bonus today. So Pro Football Focus, in their opinion, George Pickens, the wide receiver, is the X factor for the success of the Pittsburgh Steelers here in 2023. Now, I think that George Pickens is getting ready to have a superstar-level breakout season, right? You look at the size at 6'3", 200 pounds. You look at the body control, the acrobatic catches, the one-handed catches that this guy can make. This guy can make catches that maybe only 3 other people on the planet Earth can make. All right, this guy is going to be a special talent. You throw up those 50-50 balls one-on-one down the sideline. It's more like 80-20 with George Pickens at this point in his career. He's arguably the best 50-50 ball winner along the sideline in the National Football League already. And I think this year he's only going to expand on his route running acumen. I think he's going to be doing a lot more stuff, and I think his role in Matt Canada's offense should be expanded by quite a bit. I think he's going to put up massive numbers this year. But here's the thing. I wouldn't call him the X factor on the Pittsburgh Steelers because I'm not worried about him. I think he's going to be great. I think he's a known quantity here, and I think an X factor is more along the lines of if he does well, the team's going to do really good. If he doesn't do well, the team's going to do really bad, right? I just don't really see George Pickens as that crux, as that kind of twisting point in the season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If George Pickens, underperforms this year, you still got Deontay Johnson. You still got Pat Freiermuth. You still have the run game. You still got the defense. But the one thing that the Steelers absolutely need to have happen this year, if they're going to compete in this loaded AFC conference, is Kenny Pickett needs to take that second-year leap. And he's shown us everything that we've needed to be shown. to this point in the process. Now he needs to go do it in the regular season. He was the MVP of the preseason, not just for the Steelers, but in the entire National Football League. He looks like he's a lot more comfortable in Matt Canada's offense. He's absolutely looking comfortable. He's looking like he's doing more stuff. Matt Canada's giving him the freedom at the line of scrimmage to check protections, to check hot routes, to check audibles, all these different things. He has the freedom to do, which is absolutely fantastic, and he looks way more comfortable in the pocket than he did in his rookie season. So listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to the quarterback here, you can have all the weapons in the world. You can have the best protection in the world. You can have an elite defense. If you're not a good NFL starter, you have no shot at an NFL Super Bowl. That's just the plain simple fact of the matter. And this offense is going to go, and this team as a whole for that matter, is going to go as Kenny Pickett does. Now, everything that I've seen from Kenny here this offseason and this preseason tells me that he's going to take that second-year leap, and I think that he's going to absolutely prove to be the next franchise quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. And because of that, I expect the Steelers to win double-digit games here in 2023 and compete for the AFC North crown this season. Now, if you want to help us out here, we got a couple more left to go here, but if you want to help us out here at Steelers Talk, do me a favor right now, click that thumbs up icon real quick. We really do appreciate all the support. Now let's go over to Pro Football Focus's rookie to watch here for the Steelers, which is Joey Porter Jr., the second-round rookie out of Penn State. And, Joey is somebody that definitely you got to keep an eye on. He's not going to be playing a ton right away, but I look at what he did at Penn State last year. No interceptions. That's kind of like a big thing with him. But here's the thing. They didn't throw in his direction. He ended up with 27 tackles and 11 pass deflections. And another big thing with him is that he did grab a little bit too much at Penn State. We did see some of that on his preseason film this year. But overall, man, this guy's got the talent to be a true lockdown number one corner in the National Football League. Now, he's going to have to earn it, right? You got some really nice veterans on this Steelers team already. We already looked at this depth chart here where Patrick Peterson and Levi Wallace and Desmond King, all those guys are above Joey Porter Jr. right now. And I'm looking at this situation, and I think that Joey, as the season goes on, is going to do more. I think he's going to be getting more reps, all these different things. And I'm looking forward to see what he does in his rookie season. And I definitely think that he's going to have a good year, but I might disagree with Pro Football Focus here a little bit. My rookie to watch this year is tight end out of Georgia, Darnell Washington. And he intrigues me a ton because the Steelers flat out released their former blocking tight end in Zach Gentry in favor of Darnell Washington, a rookie that's going to be assuming that really important blocking tight end role this year. Obviously, the Steelers believe in this kid. They think that he's going to do a really nice job for them in his rookie season. And because they believe in him so much, in this situation, I would say watch out for him to be really, really good right away, not just as a blocker, but potentially as a receiving threat. Now, I know that rookie tight ends usually don't produce in the National Football League in their first year. But the thing is, man, this guy's a physical anomaly. You look at the size, you look at the speed, you look at the way that he dominated in the red zone during Steelers training camp this year. I think that he could bring that same kind of dominance to the field during the regular season. And if he does that, the Steelers will have one of the best, one of the most potent, one of the most dangerous tight end duos in the National Football League with Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington. If you go into 12 personnel with those two guys and they're both elite tight end options, both as blockers and as receivers, good luck blocking that. And if Matt Canada can't make that work, he needs to get out of the National Football League immediately. Now, predict it for me down there in the comment section. Which Steelers rookie will have the best rookie season this year? Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. I know there's a lot of good rookies to choose from, so I think I'm going to see some variety of answers down there in the comment section. But for me, I think the person that's going to have the best rookie season for the Steelers this year is actually going to be Nick Herbig. Now, he's going to have a limited role as a rotational pass rusher, but I think that he's going to be fantastic this year. I think that he's going to get at least 5 sacks as a rotational pass rusher. He might even get closer to 7 or 8. I think that he's really going to be an elite rotational guy right now because he's already a polished pass rusher. He has multiple ways that he can beat you with bend, with speed, with inside moves, with finesse moves, with chop moves, all these different things. He's got so many tools in his tool belt already, and he was showing during the preseason that he is a force to be reckoned with, and I think he's going to be overall the most productive rookie on the Steelers roster this season. Now, when it comes to the over-under right now, the Steelers are projected at 8.5 wins. And I'm telling you right now, just like Pro Football Focus is saying, you got to smash that over because I think the Steelers are going to be a lot better than that. You know, they're kind of projecting, Mike Tomlin always gets to 9 wins. But I think they're going to overperform those expectations this year. Pro Football Focus agrees with me on that. This is what they had to say. The Steelers have never had a losing record under Mike Tomlin, and given how strong the AFC North appears to be this season, that streak could be in jeopardy. However, the performances of many of their young talent this preseason could be an omen that this franchise isn't going away anytime soon. And this is why I completely agree with Pro Football Focus here. Smash that over. Go to BetUS. Go to whatever betting site that you use. If it's 8.5 wins on the Pittsburgh Steelers, absolutely smash that over. Put some good money on it. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be over that win mark because I think that Matt Canada is going to get his shit together at least a little bit here. Kenny Pickett's going to be looking good. George Pickens is going to blossom into a superstar. This defense is going to be absolutely elite. And at the end of the day, I expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to have a truly special season here in 2023. And I think they're going to surprise a ton of people going into this year, and they're going to be right there in the thick of it come playoff time at least, in my opinion. Now, what say you? Let me know down there in the comment section. Will the Steelers make the playoffs here in 2023? I certainly think so, but I want to hear from you guys. Type Y if you think yes, or type N if you think no. Can't wait to see how you're feeling about the Steelers' playoff prospects heading into the 2023 season. That'll be it for me today, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we got more Steelers content coming your way every single day leading up to week 1 of the 2023 campaign. So you're going to want to click that subscribe button right now for the most comprehensive Steelers coverage on YouTube. All right, guys, really do appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers.